Oh, shoot, I just realized I never turned it on. It would help if I actually turned it on. All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Of course, I didn't mean for it to do that. Of course, we had a lot that happened in the last couple of days. I put this picture up because when I see this picture, you know what it makes me think? Good morning, Ida. And I tell somebody else, good morning, Miss Cleo. You know what this picture makes me think? I wish for each and every one of you that you find a love that looks at you the way Trump looked at Ma'am Donnie in the White House. Man, y'all saw how Trump was looking at him. You look at how Trump is staring at this guy. Hey, Sonia, good morning. Hey, Lori, good morning. Trump is staring at Ma'am Donnie like, you know, I dreamed about you last night, right? You know, I love you, right? I am convinced that conservative men, one of the reasons why they have such a hatred for women is because women get in the way of them worshiping and loving men. Real shit. Women get in the way of their love fest, their bromance, and they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? They genuinely don't like that type of shit. They just want to get together. Hey, Marvin, good morning from North Carolina. Oh, you used your bread machine Saturday, Ida. Awesome. Listen, I was supposed to get back on here Sunday to show y'all how to turn that jalapeno cornbread into dressing or stuffing. And I didn't make it back on because I just had so much going on Sunday. But this afternoon at 5 o'clock this afternoon, we going to make that stuffing while we just kick it and talk. Okay, that's what we're going to do. It's a couple of days before Thanksgiving. I'm switching it up a little bit. So that's what we're going to do this afternoon. All right. No, you didn't miss it. I just didn't get on yesterday for it. Hey, Russ, good morning. Hey, Sanopa, good morning, beautiful. Thank you for the follow this morning. Coming in hot. I appreciate that. But when I saw this picture of Trump staring into Ma'am Donnie's eyes, he wishes he could be Ma'am Donnie. The attention that Ma'am Donnie gets, the fact that people like him and listen to him, Trump wishes he could have that level of adoration. The people who adore Trump are either not that smart or you can't trust them. Those are the only two options. Think about it. It's either the people in MAGA that aren't smart enough to connect the dots, or it's people that are, and Trump knows he can't trust them. Those are the only people that adore him. That's it. Trump knows he can't trust none of these folks. These folks are grifters, and you can't trust a grifter. It's kind of like being in a sea of criminals. You can't trust, only thing you can expect is for other criminals to criminal, right? You can't get mad if somebody be stealing and carrying on. You can't, because you're in a sea of criminals. It's the same thing with this. And J-Fig, you say Trump is jealous that Ma'am Donnie is naturally charming. Exactly. And a likable guy. And I'm going to tell you another reason why Trump ain't really looking to really attack Ma'am Donnie. Trump wants to move back to New York City after he's done being president for the last time. He wants to move back. Trump don't want to live in Florida. Okay. He has Mar-a-Lago, but that ain't what Trump calls home. That ain't what Trump called home. Trump called New York City home all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. This man is a New Yorker. He don't want to live in Florida. Please. He kind of feels stuck to be down there. He don't like Florida. Thank you, Kevin. You have a wonderful stress-free day too. He don't like Florida. He's there because he's mad. But trust me, Donald Trump want to be where the action is. He want to be in Florida in Trump Tower, looking out over the city. That shit hit different. That ain't Florida. So Trump is not liked in New York. He knows that. But let him come for New York hard. he can't never come back to that city to live if you do that. Because New Yorkers will make it painful. Why? Because New York going to New York. Have you ever been to New York? You understand how folks represent for their neighborhoods. You understand? And it's a shitload of people in New York. So it way more people than in Florida. And it's hard to isolate yourself in New York. You can stay in your castle, your high rise, but you got to come out that joint sometimes. You got to come out that thing sometimes. Okay? You got to come out sometimes. So you can't spend, Trump can stay locked in Mar-a-Lago. He can stay locked behind the walls of the White House. But if he goes to New York, he wants to be out and about. Why else would you be there? You got almost 9 million people live in New York City. New York City is no joke. That's why I say he don't want to be in Florida. You say he's a retiree. No, Florida ain't suitable for him. Florida makes him get swollen. Florida puts too much fluid on him. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. There's nothing worse than being full of pain and fluids and being in swampy, humid ass weather that is Florida. Don't nobody want to, the only retirees that want to be in Florida, the poor ones, poor working class retirees. Rich retirees don't really live in Florida. They have homes in Florida. They'll come there and stay at Florida for a little bit. But trust me, they're not doing that either. The only people telling themselves this stuff are working class people stuck in Florida. That's it. But today I pray that each and every one of you, ooh, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. Look, let me put it up on this jacket so I don't keep smacking it. I just pray that each and every one of you find a love that adores you the way Trump adores Ma'am Donnie. That's all I ask. Okay? Because Trump, the Republicans thought that Donald Trump was going to drag this man when he came to the White House. No, he not. Because almost 9 million New York residents of New York were watching. See, they were watching. They were watching. Hold up. I saw something that caught my eye. I saw, Kevin, why are we talking about Obama? I'm just wondering. Why are we talking about Obama? I just want to know. I'm just asking a question. I love that. Man, not only did Ma'am Donnie stand over him, you notice how he protected his crotch. You notice that? No, it's not neither can afford to look bad, JMX. Ma'am Donnie can afford to do whatever he fucking wants to do. Because Ma'am Donnie got almost 9 million people from New York City behind him. So Ma'am Donnie didn't have shit to lose. Not nothing. Oh, they bigly jealous of Obama. But think about it. Wouldn't you be jealous of Obama if the person that you looked up to was this geriatric fuck here with fluid on his ankles and he wears a diaper and has a catheter? Okay. All right. I told y'all months ago, I said Donald Trump gonna look like he's in Staying Alive. His bell bottoms are gonna be bigger than anything John Travolta ever wore. Why? They gotta hide that Foley catheter. Boom. I told y'all, and now Donald Trump got on the widest of the widest leg of suit pants now. I told y'all. I told you. I'm going to show you another picture. So, because he was hiding shit when Ma'am Donnie was in that White House, right? Trump was hiding stuff when Ma'am Donnie was in there. I want y'all to see something else. Hold on. Let me find the picture. Here it is. See this picture? Now, Trump didn't want us to see that bad hand. He was making sure to hide. Look at how he's sitting, looking up like, hey, daddy. Am I doing okay? That's literal. Trump looks weak in this picture. Anybody who says the president looks strong because he's sitting down, I ain't never seen a president of our United States sit on his ass because he can't stand up on them swollen ass ankles and look up at somebody. This shit made Mamdani look like the man. Shout out to Mamdani. Mamdani was looking like that dude. Mamdani looked strong. Yeah, FDR couldn't stand. But isn't it a shame that Trump has more fluid on his ankles than I'm about to go there, than FDR did? Isn't that a shame? Isn't that a shame? It is. It is. But look at how weak he looks. Look, and didn't I tell y'all Trump ain't have no edges? Look, ain't no edges there. I told you. You didn't believe me. I told you it was no edges there. I told you that his health was bad and the White House lying about it. That's why Trump didn't stand up. Because if he stood up, you probably see that he couldn't move very well. Yep, Trump made Mamdani look strong. Yep, you're right, Blue Eye. Trump knows what he's doing. You're right. Because Trump is weak. And he has a Foley catheter. I just want to get that out there. And he's weak. Thank you, Kim. I was blocking her too. I just wanted her to hear that part as she was on the way out the door. What do they say? Let the doorknob hit ya. Where the good Lord split ya. Listen, thank y'all for joining me this morning. While you're here, I only ask you to do a couple things. If you could tap that like button for me, because tapping is clapping. I appreciate that. And if you could hit that copy link button for me. Copy link counts as a share. And it helps TikTok to boost the live. I appreciate that. That's what he wants. Yeah, he wants a war with Venezuela. He does. Because he needs a distraction. Y'all got to understand, Trump wants anything in the news but inflation and them Epstein files. Those are the two things Trump don't want in the news. He don't want to hear about the high prices of groceries, right? He don't want you talking about that. Because remember, your president told you on day one he would lower the price of groceries, but he lied. He never intended to lower the price of groceries. All he ever intended to do was make money for himself and his rich crony friends. That's it. That's it. Now, I can say that I am excited that the president is bankrupting farmers. Now that I want to give Trump, I want to co-sign Trump on that. Thank you. I am so glad that Trump cut off fucking welfare queens. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Dunny, you're right. Inflation is better under Trump. You still look like you don't use a washcloth. That didn't change. Go figure. Because I'm going to talk to y'all about something that happened on X this weekend too. That y'all need to pay attention to because it's happening on every social media platform. And if you don't pay attention, you're going to get sucked into it too. Okay? But we're going to talk about that in a second. Trump don't want you talking about inflation. Trump don't want you talking about the high price of groceries and the high price of housing. Trump don't want you talking about those things. And he doesn't want you talking about those things because he knows that it's a losing battle. Kenneth, get out. And that woman in your avatar has no neck. You might not want to use that as your avatar. Blocked. Yep, I blocked his ass. Yep, bye, Kenneth. What you're not going to do is put a woman in your avatar that's all head and no shoulders. She's all head and shoulders and no neck, which means she probably ain't got no booty either. Now stop it. Now, don't I tell y'all this every day? Don't I tell y'all every day that in America, bad-built people are the angriest, and that's how we got here. We got here from bad-built, misshapen people. I tell y'all every day, y'all don't believe me. What do I tell y'all? I say, go look at footage of a Trump rally. Everybody walking to the Trump rally. Oompa, 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 dee, doo. I got another present for you. Oompa, oompa, oompa dee da. If you were wise, you'd listen to nah. That is MAGA. Next time, watch a video. They're all bad built. They either fat, misshapen, and real skinny. Think about it. I need you to think about it. Bad plastic surgery. That's why they got such fucking attitude. They're the ugly ones of society, literally and figuratively. You get it? That's why they so mad. And I make it my business to make them even more mad. Yup. Funny shape, say it again, Charlie. Funny shape people always be mad. Look in your regular life, not just in politics. Funny shape and ugly people stay mad. And then you figure out, I know why they're mad. If I was shaped like that, I'd be mad too. Shaped like a whole bunch of problems and confusion. You know? Shaped just like their president. This is why they identify with Donald Trump, because Donald Trump shaped funny. Where am I lying at? Anybody in here want to be shaped like Donald Trump? Speak up now, forever hold your peace. Hello? I'm waiting. Of course not. Don't nobody want to be shaped like that. Don't nobody want to be shaped like that. What? Exactly. You said, nah, I'm good. Exactly. We all feel like we good. Because don't nobody want to be shaped looking like that. Come on now. Come on now. Let's be fair. Let's keep it all way a buck. I'm tired of lying and making it seem like they the best of the best. MAGA ain't best of the best. MAGA don't send their best. They don't have the best. Now, I want to show y'all something. Have y'all been hearing this story about what happened on Twitter this weekend? I'm going to put this up here real quick. I'm going to make it small for now. Did y'all see the conversations about what happened on Twitter this weekend? He's hiding a hand, JM. He don't want you to see. Well, look at this picture up here. So Elon Musk had opened up a new feature on Twitter that would show you the location that the accounts originate from. Now, there are a couple of questions I have, but notice this Homeland Security account. It's not really the Department of Homeland Security, but for whatever reason, Elon Musk allows people to create fake American government accounts on Twitter. And look where this particular account is based out of. Kind of ironic. Yeah, a lot of accounts out of Israel, Russia, Nigeria. So that when it was exposed that these pro-Trump and conservative accounts were out of these other countries, must shut down that program. He turned it right back off. So ask yourself this question. Why would a social media platform allow anybody to create fake American government accounts? Now are you understanding why your government was so wanting Twitter to be sold? Y'all get it now. The government should have forced the sale of Twitter. It should have forced the sale of Twitter. But instead, it forced the sale of TikTok. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up. I keep telling you, none of it's a coincidence. Am I going to be on the new TikTok? I don't know. I'm in a couple of places. I'm not in one place. Xander, I'm going to help you wake up because we blocked all your other accounts. Now you go back to mommy's basement and you stay there. Bye, beloved. I love the MAGAs who are unemployed with their 4 or 5 teeth, no health care, no dental insurance. We talking about grown folk stuff here. Right? Again, and it's illegal for somebody to be out here cosplaying as your federal government. But notice how Elon Musk won't stop these accounts. Notice. Elon won't stop these accounts. And notice how your federal government don't care that it's people on the platform pretending to be federal government agencies. Notice all those people in Congress that were so concerned about TikTok and the Chinese, they don't give a shit about X and none of that bullshit that's happening over there. X is compromised by foreign nations, and foreign nations use X to push propaganda all out amongst Americans. And Americans, since our education system is shit, they don't understand the difference between a real account and a fake account, so they just eat that shit up. They just eat that shit up. King Vito, you know what we're going to do? Block you, because you're asking what Democrats are going to do. Why do Democrats need to do any fucking thing? Crisis actor, probably from Nigeria. Bye, beloved. You've been blocked too. Yeah, because understand, this issue not just happening on TikTok. That shit ain't just happening on TikTok. I told y'all it's happening real heavy on not on TikTok. It's not just happening on Twitter. It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram. Yeah, it's a war on information. Y'all gotta wake up, and your government's a part of it. They want you to not know the difference. Know why? Because then you'll vote against your own best interests, and you'll give rich people more power over to you. Have you or will you discuss? I did discuss some of that last week, Kiki. I said the government removing some of those positions, some of those professions and degrees as professional, it was an attack on the women of America. By and large, more women are in nursing than anybody, and in a lot of those other career paths than anybody. And education, again, it was designed to devalue education so that only rich people can tell you what education is. That's it. That's all. Yep. Social workers, teachers, all that shit. Yep. It's all some wag the dog shit. These people, the Trump administration, they have literally reclassified what it is to be an American. Real shit. That's why folks need to wake up. American women, if you know what I know, if you want to change shit, you're going to have to stop being intimate with American men, because American men are co-signing this shit. See, this is a male movement. A big part of this is a male movement, right? There are a whole lot of men that feel less than. They feel like, they've been left behind. But in actuality, what it is, I'm going to tell you what it is. What it is they soft. They soft. These are the guys who don't cut it. Yeah, these are the men who don't cut it. That's why they don't get nobody. Because these are the guys that don't cut it. They soft. So they need a system to cook the books for them. But in the end, they still ain't going to get no woman. They ain't going to get no woman. They going to still be lonely. Still be bitter. All of that shit. None of it's going to change. Still, I read an article. I think I talked about this about a week or two ago, talking about how young people are getting less intimate. I bet. Because if I was a young woman in society, these young men are not appealing, most of them, by and large. Most of them are weak and they're in love with men. So why would women even want to engage that? If you like boys and I like boys too, ain't no room for me. Right? Okay. So I'm telling you, the biggest problem that America has is lack of men. We got some good men in America, and we got some strong men. The problem is most of those men already booed up. What'd I tell y'all? I told y'all this last week. I said most of the good ones is booed up already. They booed up. Them women already locked those men down. They ain't about to let them men roam the streets. That's a good man. What they say, that's a good man, Savannah. They not about to let that man roam the streets single. They gonna lock that man up. You understand? Just like men try to lock up women that they find to be good women. That women are done with it. Look, Ratty said, I'm booed up. Exactly. Good men are gonna stay booed up. It's the degenerates that can't get nobody. The degenerates got problems. See, Jack, you'll have problems on the other side because there's a lot of degenerate ass women out here too. That's why when a lot of these conversations will come up on the internet about traditional roles and families, y'all need to listen to that shit when people are talking. Listen when people are talking. Because understand, in the American economy, you can't avoid traditional households anymore. You can't. Because most men don't make enough money to fully take care of a household from the beginning to the end with that woman having to do nothing monetarily. That ain't even realistic. It ain't even realistic. It's not. So when I hear people talk that shit, I go, either they fronting and faking and they broke, barely making it doing that traditional shit, or they come from money. Right. It's a luxury to have a traditional relationship now, because that shit costs money. Folks need to be looking for partnerships. Say it again, Alan. And a lot of these degenerates, they are doing podcasts because, listen, they done figured out their audience. See, they figured out their audience. They know it's a lot of people out here that are thirsting for companionship and somebody to blame it on when they don't have it. All they did was lean into giving these people a soft place to land. That's all. Yep, and it's how, and those guys doing these podcasts, oh, they're making crazy money. The Theo Vaughns, what's the other guy? Starts with a J. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Charlie Kirk made a lot of money with it. Yeah, Joe Rogan. They're all making a lot of money indoctrinating these men and these young boys. They're all making money doing it. Because the people who listen to shit like that, they don't want to hear, well, you're here because of you. Oh, don't get me started on Nick Fuentes. Y'all ain't seeing the story about Nick Fuentes, about how MAGA is turning on Nick Fuentes, reminding him he's not one of them either. Oh, America going full racist again. Trump is doing one of the things he said he would do. He said he would make America great again. And greatness means being as racist as you want to be with no consequence. Nick Fuentes is feeling that shit now because they've reminded him his last name is fucking Fuentes. I kept saying, listen, minorities who are cosplaying as white people, that shit won't work in America because American racism is hardcore. Okay. American racism is hardcore. It don't accept no byproducts. It don't accept no derivatives. You got to be a purebred white person to be able to lean all the way in on that shit. Don't believe me? Look at Hispanic America right now. Yep, say it again, Zarvis. In America, they only do whites only pies. I'm telling you, they already only do whites only pies. Yep, that one drop rule is real here in America. But so many people immigrated here and aligned themselves with white supremacy. Oh, you thought you was better than black folks. You thought you were. You say, why do they have immigrant wives? Oh, I can tell you that, Mary, why they have immigrant wives. See, because having immigrant wives is another layer of control. See? That's another layer of control, baby. See, American women are hard to control. Yeah. We hard to control. We hard to wrangle. We like bucking broncos. They don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. They want women that they can lean on. That's what they want. Yeah, and their wives think they white up until their ass gets snatched up in this shit, then they not white either. That's why I don't give a fuck about no MAGA I see in an article. Well, my wife, they took my wife. Fuck your wife. Fuck her and fuck you too. Y'all, I don't have no remorse on that shit. I don't feel no sorrow for that shit. Not the... Wait a minute, Russ. Y'all see what Russ said? Said the rumor is that Erica Kirk is pregnant. Now, I don't think she's pregnant, but I did run into an article I see here. I'm telling you, this bitch is grifting. Erica Kirk is grifting her ass off, right? You know what she did say? She said she wished that she was pregnant when her husband died. I'm going to say it again. Erica Kirk says she wished she was pregnant when her husband passed away. So she was praying to have a baby, give birth to a baby that wouldn't have a father. I thought conservatives were against that. I know one thing. If her ass pop up pregnant now, she can't say it's Charlie Kirk's. I mean, she could pull a Candace and she could say, Charlie came to me in a dream and he said, bust it open, girl. I'm going to make you a mama again. I mean, she could do that. She could do that. She could say, you know, because you know how she like to do with her little tissues and shit, right? Because this is her on Megan. On Megan. Here you go. I'm 4 weeks pregnant. And it happened because Charlie came to me. He came to me in a dream and he said, bend over, girl, let me see you shake a tail feather. And the next thing I know, I was on my back and my knees were up by my ears. And Charlie took me. Oh, and now I'm about to give birth to Charlie's baby. Bitch. I'm telling you that's coming. I'm telling you that's coming. She's going to claim she's just like Mother Mary, that she was, you know, that she was spontaneously put with child, right? And you know she's full of shit. She wishes she was with child, but yet when she met JD Vance at that event and was hugging him, she had on them fucking tight ass leather pants. Girl. Okay, sis. This why I don't take her seriously. Yeah, she was filled with something, all right, Zarvis. It wasn't spirit, though. She wanted to be filled with something else. That's all I say to that. She wanted to be filled with something else. Holy Spirit, my ass. Holy Spirit, my ass. Like, you know. Oh yeah, she gonna claim the spirit, but that's where the internet needs to call her out. What are you filled with, beloved? What spirit are you filled with? What spirit you filled with, beloved? What they say, I be watching. I told you this woman's been grifting ever since Charlie took his last breath. She been grifting, and she gonna keep on grifting. Why? Because she likes the attention. This no longer is about Charlie's legacy. This is about Erica Kirk loving the attention. That's all this is about. She loves the attention. Yep, and she likes the money too. She want to keep the money rolling in. Oh, for certain. She want to keep the money rolling in. But I'm telling you, the runway's running out on it because the bros are not supposed to be listening to women tell them what to do. That's what Charlie said, right? I told y'all she gonna have to get a new man that's gotta either be the face of Turning Point or she gonna have to go back home and take care of them fucking kids. What did I tell you? I told y'all she wasn't gonna be taking care of them kids when their husband died. I told you. Groceries by you are cheaper. Damn, you live in a poor ass district. You can't hang with us. Bye, you've been blocked. I don't hang with people that poor. That means you smell funny. If the groceries in your area have not gone up, that means you living in an impoverished community. And y'all massively dirty over there. Blocked. Gotta go. Remember what I told y'all. Don't forget about seeing this because there are a lot of foreign actors at play trying to convince you that your prices aren't going up. Lies. You know, every time you go to the grocery store, you get anxiety. Why do you get anxiety? Because every time you go, you don't know how much your groceries are going to cost. That's why you have anxiety. Be honest with yourself. You're not helping yourself by lying to yourself. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. But you're not helping. I went to the grocery store yesterday, right? I told y'all. I only got 4 bags of groceries. That was almost $100. I didn't buy no meat because I didn't need no meat. All I did was buy, I'm going to tell you what was expensive. I bought 3 things of spices, and the spices was buy 2, get 1 free. And it was still expensive. Okay? I didn't get no meat. All I got was flour, some spices, 2 oranges, which were $2. And I'm trying to think what else I got. I don't even remember what else I got, but it wasn't much. Not to warrant 70 something dollars. Look, this is what I saw in the store yesterday. This was spices. That was spices. $13, $14. You might as well say $14, $15, $12. Your bread flour was $6. Mine was $8. Mine was $8. Look at this shit. But I'm going to tell you, this was the piece there is a song, like they say. Watch this shit. Look at that. $40 vanilla. And look, it ain't even that big of a bottle. Look how big the bottle is. $40 fucking dollars. I didn't get it. I didn't get that one. Now I'm going to show you the one I did get, and I'm going to tell you how much it costs. Hold on, because that was disrespectful. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Let me get it. I'm getting it right now, y'all, so y'all can see. Because this shit is crazy. $40. $40. Now, I bought this little thing of vanilla. How much y'all think that costs? I usually get my vanilla out of Aldi's, but I didn't want to go in Aldi's yesterday. Tell me what you think this costs. I see some $4, $15, $5. Nah, we've been left the $5 category, baby. This here was $9, and it was on sale. It was on sale for $9. It's usually $12 now. Now it's $12 for this little ass. Hold on, let me take it out the box. For this little ass tiny fucking vanilla. $9 was what I paid. $9. $9. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the only reason why our groceries are expensive is because of Donald Trump. He started a trade war. He started a trade war. He did this. And your spices are going to keep going up because we don't grow any of this shit here. We don't harvest any of this shit here. It has to be imported in. And what did I tell y'all before? Once the prices go up, the prices are never going to go back down. You can forget that. That's the end of that. These prices are never going to go back down. That's it. This is the new normal. At the most, this will probably drop to $25, maybe at some point. You ain't gonna never get it cheaper than that. You'll never get it cheaper than that. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine what the... Look, I'm gonna look up what the price of saffron is. Luckily, I have saffron in my cabinet. Right now, McCormick saffron, $18. $18. They want $18.33 for it. And the Morton and Bassett, they want $17.99. $17.99 for the same thing. Y'all, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Oh my God. Listen, a 10-gram bottle of saffron is now going for $148. I'm going to say it again. A 10-gram jar of saffron is $148. I'm looking at it. But your president keeps saying that prices went down. Sorry, I had to block a guy that had a nussy in his avatar. You're not going to come in here and we're not talking about Joe Biden. Joe Biden ain't been president in almost a year. A can of yams is $6. The fuck? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh my God. That is insane. But when I saw this price yesterday, I pulled out my phone to take a picture of it because I knew if I said I saw vanilla in the store for $40, people would not believe me. I already knew it. I just knew that they would not believe me. So I said, fuck that. I pulled out my phone and I took a damn picture of it because I was like, what? I know, yep, you wouldn't believe me. So I had to take a picture of the shit. Because I wouldn't believe me if I didn't see it with my own eyes. Because literally when I saw it, I said out loud in the aisle, I know you fucking lying in the grocery store. I said that. I said, I know you fucking lying. Then I got closer and I was like, motherfucker, $40. Oh, hell no. I mean, I was in the spice aisle cussing and yelling, and I was talking to myself. Because this shit right here gonna make you act. If you walked in a spice aisle and you saw vanilla for $40, you gonna have the same, you gonna be like, the fuck? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You're right, Grandma. Yep, the pure saffron is $148. And they give you 10 tablespoons of saffron. That's it. That's it. You get 10 tablespoons for $148. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. That's insane. That is, I don't even know what you say to that. That's insane. I'm gonna show you some. Hold up. Let me show you something else I bought yesterday. Hold on. Let me go get it. Oh, because I want y'all to see this thing. Hold on. I got to get it. I got to get it. Where is it at? Here they go. 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 I'm gonna show y'all because I needed some spices yesterday, right? You know how like you run down your spice cabinet. You run down your spice cabinet, and at some point you need some more spices, right? And I'm a person, I cook pretty consistently, right? Now let me show you. Let me go on the website because I don't have my receipt here with me. It's upstairs. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, so first I bought a jar of cinnamon sticks. How much you think that was? And it was pricey. It was pricey. No, it wasn't that. It was about $12. $12 for this. $12 for a jar of cinnamon sticks. $12. See? For them couple of cinnamon, it was $12. I ain't even opened it yet. This was $12. Okay. How much? Curry powder. Because I was out of curry. How much you think this curry powder cost me? This was, I believe this was $13. Really $14. Curry powder. This little thing of curry powder. $14. $14 was this little thing of curry powder. 14 bucks. Okay. Last one, I bought a container of poultry herbs. And I picked it up because the deal was you buy two, you get one for free. Oh, joy. Oh, joy, right? Thank you, oh great capitalistic machine, for allowing me to get a free spice. There is no such thing as free. Now I'm going to tell you, this was the cheapest one. This was $9. $9 for just 0.5 ounces. 0.5 ounces. 15 grams. $9. Insane. Now, this one was free. See, because I blew my load and spent all my money on these two. 3 items cost that much. Insane. I was in Safeway. And we know Safeway already a little bit more pricey. But keep in mind, they were on sale. That vanilla ain't. But even if you put this vanilla on sale, what would it be? $36? At the most, they're going to give you $4 off. And $4 is pushing it. Because they ain't giving you no $4 off. $40 fucking dollars. And look, that's just a regular size seasoning container. You see, this bottle of vanilla ain't that big. It's not that big. So we're not talking like a vat of vanilla. No, that's also what stood out to me. That bottle is kind of tiny. And they want $40 for that tiny ass bottle. That's what? Divizzy said bioengineered foods just entered the chat. $40. Yeah, from now on, I'll just go to Costco. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy this $40 thing, but I'm mad I bought the other one. I'm like, this is crazy. Listen, hey, cookies. A whole lot of people going to start stealing from the grocery store with these prices right here. With these prices right here. Yep, and now I'm going to go to Costco. I forgot Costco does have seasonings. I have Costco and a BJ's membership. I'm going to just do those. No more grocery store spices for me. That shit is done. No, Walmart ain't that cheap either. Walmart, because I went there first, and Walmart did not have cinnamon sticks. They don't even sell cinnamon sticks. They sell ground cinnamon, but not cinnamon sticks. That's why I ended up at the grocery store, because I couldn't find cinnamon sticks at Walmart. The only cheap spices Walmart has is them cheap ass not dollar spices that you gotta wonder what's in that shit. You gotta wonder what's in there for $1. Now you can get good spices at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. You can find some good spices in those places like that. You can find good extracts too at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Yeah, and it'll be cheaper. You just gotta dig. That's the only difference. You just gotta dig for it, but it'll be there and it'll be cheaper. Not I give myself a discount every time I go to the grocery. Listen, do what you gotta do to make sure that you can take care of the people that you need to be taken care of. Real talk. Do it so you can take care of the people that you're supposed to be taking care of. That's real shit. Well, Walmart is no longer the place of rock bottom prices no more. See, Walmart is the land of importing cheap shit. But they can't import in cheap shit no more because of tariffs. The shit costs them money. I saw in Walmart, they were selling $60 coats. In Walmart. $60 coats. That's crazy. Yeah, you're right, Harley. The Mexican grocery stores or the international grocery stores, those are the best. Luckily, when I was out driving yesterday, I saw that we have a new international market in my neighborhood, and we don't have not one international market in this. That's not true. We got a tiny Hispanic market, and that's it. But this is like a big international supermarket. I'm going to take my ass over there today. I love those stores, especially the international markets that also have a food court in them. Man, you be in there eating good. You can get yourself a nice lunch on top of getting yourself some reasonably priced groceries. Hey, Ruse, nice to meet you too. But struggling it's now a part of, it's just like the American way now. Struggle is just what we do now, like it's just normal. It's normal. And we've allowed the government to make us feel like that this shit is okay. This shit is not okay. When I saw those prices in the store, I was like, yo, something ain't right here. Yep, and you're right, Nessa. It is now normal. This shit ain't normal. This shit ain't normal. I need you to understand. It's not normal at all, under no circumstance. Yeah, the international stores are a great place to go. I don't know if you're in the DMV, but if you're in the DMV, like a place I go to buy meat by the bulk, you're going to be surprised when I say it. I go to a liquor store. We got this store called BK Miller's. They also sell meat by the bulk. You can go there and buy yourself a whole case of chicken wings. You understand? You can't buy them by the case at Costco. But you can buy them by the case at BK Miller's. Find you some local place that you can buy meat in bulk. That's where you're going to save money. You're not going to save money on the eat your shit. They're going to get you on that. No, I haven't checked the prices for pads. Look, I'm going to be honest and transparent. I'm a lady. I'm 50 years old. I don't have those issues anymore. However, I do have to buy the stuff for my kids, and I buy it from Costco. And I've noticed the price even had to go up at Costco. But let me tell you something. Americans don't care about women having to pay a lot of money for sanitary products. Quiet as kept is how we get taxed on a lot of shit that we can't write off. Government won't cover sanitary products, but they'll cover Viagra. They'll cover Cialis. No disrespect, the last thing a 70-year-old man needs is Cialis. See, this is where I go. This is how you call conservatives out. What happened to God's will? If your eggplant stopped working, ain't that God's will? Why are you getting Cialis or Viagra? Going against the very thing that God put in place. Right. DEI for eggplants. Why are we doing that? Why are we allowing men who business don't work no more to continue to have business? Ain't that God's plan? Making way for other more virile men to come after that. Oh no, now we get medications. It's wrong for you to have government sponsor your birth control or make birth control easily accessible anywhere. But yet they're going to make Viagra and Cialis accessible everywhere. You tell me who's more dangerous. A man who can have relations for hours and hours on end with no break, or a woman with birth control? You tell me who's more dangerous. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. It's not the women here. It's the men in society that feel like they're losing. Man, I miss the 90s too. Because we had access to birth control in the 90s. You know why? Because even in the 90s, men was like, I don't want babies that I don't really want. That's why I look at American men and I go, y'all should be treating this whole blocking of abortion thing with a huge sense of urgency. Because your government is essentially boxing you in a corner, forcing you to have babies with women that you may not want to, just because you had sex. That's crazy. Yeah, Trail. I saw this in the grocery store yesterday. $40 vanilla. $40 vanilla. This and keep in mind, we ain't even at the worst of this shit yet. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Y'all are gonna learn. It's gonna get worse. No, it's not a joke. I saw this in the store. I took this picture myself yesterday. I took this picture. Thank you, Ida, because I also have a BJ's membership. I should have took my ass to. I didn't buy this. I bought this one, Ida, unfortunately. I'm going to find my receipt. I'm going to take this shit back. This shit cost me $10. It cost me $9. It was on sale for $8.99. I'm going to take this shit back because I still got the receipt. I'm going to take this shit back and take my ass to BJ's or to Costco and buy vanilla from that place. It ain't worth it to pay that. Yep. Yeah, you're right. I can't take them all back because I haven't opened none of these. I didn't open none of them. Yeah. So you're right. I'm going to take them all back because I didn't open none of them. Yep. I didn't open none of them. Trump said he will start locking up men that don't pay their child support. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold my laughter in. Because remember when Trump won the election, remember how all these deplorable, not all men, but how some of these deplorable ass men was running around saying, and not all men are deplorable. The deplorable men were running around saying, your body, my choice. Remember that shit? Oh no, it's not. These men, what did I say? They're going to learn a hard lesson. Now you're boxed into taking care of babies you didn't even want. From a woman you didn't even want. Dummy. But the government wants you to wants those babies born because it wants the labor. Remember, last week, the Department of Education was moved under the Department of Labor. That was done on purpose because your babies are going to be educated how to work in factories. Boom. Your baby's going to work in factories where they should. According to these people. It's not what I say. It's what they say. None of it's an accident. None of it's an accident. Now you crippled by student loan debt. They done fucked your schools up. Fucked up the job market. Inflation's through the roof. All rich people care about is just making more money. Yep, the true intent of the school system in the United States is either to send you to prison or a factory. Black folks been telling y'all for eons that your school system is a school to the prison pipeline. Black people been telling y'all. Nobody wanted to listen. You're right, Hallie, or to fight a war. Because see, another reason why your government keeps you poor is so that you will enlist. They keep you poor so you enlist in the military. And then they keep you poor in the military too. Because your military people be on food stamps too. Yeah. Americans should be ashamed of that shit, but that's the truth. Your military people be on food stamps. And that should be shameful that somebody's sacrificing their life for your country has to be on food stamps just to feed their families or for them to eat. And I'm with you. High school recruiters should not be there. Those kids are too young and too influenced by anybody of authority saying something to them of value that they shouldn't be doing that. My family did military time too. So I was this close to going. I took the ASVAB, all that shit. I just didn't want to go to war because at the time we was doing Desert Storm. I said, no, I ain't want to do that shit. I ain't want to do that shit. I ain't want to do that shit just so I can have an education. You literally have to sacrifice your life in exchange for the GI Bill so you can go to school. Think about it. You're sacrificing your life just so you can go to school. Because otherwise, there's no way for you to really go. You can either go into really massive debt if you can get the loans to do it, or you're going to sacrifice your life. Boom. You said your son signed up there yet to give him a sign-on bonus. He need to stay on their ass about that sign-on bonus. You say, then they close down the commissary. They are closing down commissaries. Wow. You know why? Because people who want to make money can't make money off of that shit. Everything's about money in America. And because rich people can't make good money off the commissary, guess what? Gotta get rid of that. So we can make money. We can make money. Listen, I thank y'all for joining me this morning. Listen, this afternoon, we're going to make stuffing. Okay? Now, I can talk politics this afternoon. We're going to talk a little politics this afternoon. But I didn't make that stuffing on Sunday. So I'm taking the rest of that jalapeno cornbread and I'm going to make stuffing this afternoon. So I'll be back on live this afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? I have heard about the GYN in I think it was Fort Hood assaulting the women. I did hear about that. We're going to talk a little bit about that this month. Listen, I do an uncensored after show on Patreon most mornings. I'm going to do one this morning. We're going to talk this morning. So if you're interested in being a part of that unfiltered conversation, come over and check me out on Patreon. The link is in my bio. Okay? And listen, like I said before, I'll be back online this afternoon, 5 p.m. this Eastern Standard Time, to show you how I take my jalapeno cornbread from being cornbread to being a cornbread stuffing. Yep, and I'm going to eat it we still got some leftover Royal Farms chicken in here from yesterday. So I'm going to eat it with that. Listen, I know Thanksgiving is Thursday and you would love to shop. Don't. I'm telling you, if you want to stop these rich people from doing the shit that they're doing, you got to affect them in their wallet. And until you affect these rich people in their wallet, ain't shit gonna change. Okay? Nothing's gonna change. So only buy what you need. Yup, put that card away. Because quiet as kept, the shit they selling you is the same shit that was there last year. They ain't do no refinements, no improvements. All they did was change the color. That's it. I saw people this weekend buying TVs. How many fucking TVs y'all need? Real talk. How many TVs y'all need? How many? If you got 5, 6, and 7 TVs in your house, you got too many. And you watch too much fucking TV. It's time for you to reassess. If you got more TVs than books in your house, it's time to reassess. Your focus is fucked up. And the rich people are taking advantage of your focus being all messed up. Y'all, we can change what's happening. But it starts in your wallet, not in a protest in the street. It starts with a protest with your bank account. If you want to change your government, change how you spend your money. Okay? Listen. Thank you all. We got 54,000 likes this morning. I appreciate that. We got over 100 shares. I appreciate that. If you want to come through and make stuffing with me this afternoon, come on through. I'll be here at 5 o'clock. We're going to make some good old country stuffing. And yes, our money does matter. Before I wrap up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I do this every live. Number 1, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you, handsome. Number 3, beautiful JK. Thank you, beautiful. Number 4, beautiful Lori. Thank you, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful coming on up. And a special shout out to beautiful number 6, beautiful Tiffany. Uh-oh, my dog is out here cutting up. Rusty out here cutting up doing something. Because y'all hear that bark? He out here doing something. Listen, I appreciate you all for being here with me this morning. I'll see you back online 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen, don't let nobody live rent-free in your head, y'all. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. Have a great and beautiful Monday. I will see you this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Love you all. Bye-bye.